Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World, where we are back in the Baltic Sea. That's right, Scandinavia, Nico's farm, the whole 9 yards. Well, acres. Should we say the whole 9 acres and not the whole 9 yards? I don't know. But I told you I had some silage cooking from that grass I collected, and I need to get over there and get that picked up and sold off since it's well fermented at this point. Get that cleared out for the folks at the biogas plant. Now, I have picked up an implement of destruction, especially for this task. It is the milling machine. You'll probably remember from Frau B's farm. It's going to dramatically help me get that silage out of the bunker and sold off. Now, there are some other things afoot. I picked up a contract for one of the locals, harvesting, what was that? It was spelt. So I harvested spelt. That brought in about 7,500 euros, which is a big help because we are paying, I figured out, a little over 5,000 euros per day in interest on all these loans that Nico has taken out. What does that mean for the farm? Well, what does that mean? What that means is that the little tiny bit of money that we have, only 39,000 at this point, isn't going to go very far if we don't get our ducks in a row here. And I think I just missed my turn to the biogas plant. Still don't know my way around here yet. I did have about, I want to say 30,000 liters of spelt left over. And that price is on the rise at the moment. Actually, I did not miss my turn. Nailed it. I actually got here in one piece. Miracles never cease. But I do need to do some things today to get Nico's farm squared away. Or at least in the right direction, I should say. Let's get out here so we can see what we're doing. So, the pigs. I have to tell you, the pigs are absolutely positively going through the roof. I mean, there were about 80 when I came, and there's already like 112. The pigs are absolutely positively going through the roof. So, oops. So what that means is, I told you we were going to be depending on these pigs to carry us through financially, and we need to start selling off some pigs. Now I'm going to make some money off of this silage. I am going to make some money off of it, but only about 200 per 1,000 liters, so not a lot. I mean, there's 170,000 liters or so in here. And this is not something I'm going to be doing on the regular, I've got to tell you. This is not going to be commonplace. I'm not going to keep doing silage. The reason I planted clover was simply for pig feed. Apparently pigs love clover. I didn't realize such a thing was the case, but apparently they do, so clover it is. Whatever our piggies like, they're going to get, because they are going to be our money makers around here. Now, I did spend about 6,000 euros on a piece of equipment that we're going to need to keep these piggies moving, which of course is a animal trailer. And I got that from a local farmer, and I need to go pick that up at some point. At some point. That's going to be my great catchphrase now, at some point. Another thing is, okay, Nico, I appreciate your enthusiasm here. I really do. But this trailer is a fantastic trailer, and I would love to keep it, but it's just way... it's out of control. It's way out of control. It's way too big for our little operation down here. And that's just the truth of it. I mean, it's way too big. It's unwieldy. And for what I can sell this thing off for, I can easily pick up another trailer and maybe even have some money left over. So I'm going to be looking into that. And we're going to look into some serious Danish history because I have discovered an interesting little factoid, I have to tell you. It actually is very, very interesting. And it links ancient Denmark and the Vikings and everything right up to where we are in history right now. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the reason for it is very, very clever as well. I was impressed. And that's one of the cool things when you start digging into stuff like this and start checking your history and all of that, doing your research and whatever, is you find these nifty little factoids that at least, you know, for my geeky self, nifty little factoids that are going to give you more information and insight into the world around you. Not just... Yeah, it looks like we're full finally. And I need to swing this bad boy around. There we go. Oh, you got this, brother. You got this. Pick that up, maybe. Yep, there we go. Okay, one of the things I love about this trailer, I'll tell you, is it's got this big old pipe on the back. Well, that was the wrong pipe, but it's got this big old pipe on the back. You see that swinging up right there? Now, what's particularly cool about this is I can aim the nozzle, so that's pretty slick in itself, but I can also move this pipe. You don't get that a lot of times on auger type trailers, so that's pretty bloody handy. And like I said, if it weren't so unwieldy, and I'm actually beginning to wonder if I'm even going to be able to use this trailer to tip in over here, hopefully with a little bit of luck. That pipe will extend right out there. There we go. Look at that. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And that makes this trailer very, very handy, but it's too big for what we're working with right now. The other downside to what I'm doing at the moment is the fact that, well, we're not going to get paid for this until midnight, so we won't see this money until tomorrow. And it looks like we are full back there. We have completely filled up the biogas plant. Okay, well, it is what it is. Well, that's the last of the silage coming out of the bunker. Now, I have to tell you, this biogas plant doesn't process quick enough to manage everything I had in there. And yes, I'm going to see if I can back this dolly, this trailer on this dolly out. Watch me muck this up, because this is no small feat, in my opinion anyway. Keep that dolly straight. Keep it straight. The secret to this is not steering your trailer as much as you're steering your dolly. Oh, not too bad. Close enough. I'm out. I'm out, and that's what matters. Now, I have taken a full load, a full trailer, over to, I think it was 56,000 liters, over to the farm and stored it in the silo. I'll have to haul it back over here later, but I can live with that. And we'll just top this thing off right quick. About like so. Well, it's taken more than I thought it would. Not bad, not bad. Alright, there we go. It's going to keep dipping in, or tipping in half a milliliter at a time. So I'll run this back over to the farm. Also throw this in the silo. Yeah, it means more trips over here, but if that's what it's going to take to get the job done, that's what it's going to take to get the job done. That's what we do. So, with all of that said, At this point, I need to deliver the silage, and I need to look into what I'm going to do with our pigs. Now, I got all of the fields planted. They are planted with soybeans. Well, the two main fields are planted with soybeans. One of those is a cash crop, one of those is pig feed. The other one I planted, the smallest field I planted with clover, because we know how prolific clover can be. And so we are going to be harvesting clover as much as possible to bloody well make sure that we have got plenty of the pig feed. And interestingly enough, clover will make up the majority of the pig feed. In fact, if I fed them nothing but clover, they would run at about 50% health-wise. Productivity-wise, they'd run 50%. Giving them the extra just keeps boosting it up and up and up. But clover is the big one here. And that's because of the maize plus forage extension that's been added onto this map. And you can see our soybeans right here are growing quite nicely. In fact, they're blooming already. Very nice. We should have soybeans on there before too much longer. Probably not today, but hey. And, you know, you can see how narrow the lane is. It's actually almost too narrow for the fent. But I'm not giving up the fent. I'm not giving up the fent. I'm not giving up the fent. End of discussion. And somehow my mowers are walking. I don't know why they would do that, but they do. Now once I unload this silage into the silo here, it's time for a visit to the shop. Although, man, that pipe is awfully handy. Awfully handy. There we go. Headed to the shop. Now, I mentioned earlier that there's something in the modern world that's very, very intriguing. That kind of brings the ancient world, even, you know, Vikings, back into perspective and kind of links them to our modern world. So without further ado, I'm going to fill you in on that. The thing that I'm talking about, and that you all are easily, I need to turn here, easily familiar with, is Bluetooth. But I'll bet you didn't know that Bluetooth was invented in Scandinavia. Yes, it was in Sweden to be exact. But even more interestingly, Bluetooth is named after a Viking king. Yes, it is. King Harald Bluetooth. That was his nickname. His real name was Harald Gormson. Gormson. Harald. 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 Gormson. He was known as Harald Bluetooth because he had a dead tooth that had turned kind of blue-gray, and so they just called him Harald Bluetooth. As I work my way down this tiny, narrow lane. Now, the reason that they named Harald Bluetooth, or they named Bluetooth after Harald... Hey, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Interesting. Very interesting. Hudson Meats. An kind of odd name for a place here in in the in Scandinavia, but I'm gonna run in and check this out. Hang on a minute. Well, just as I suspected, or at least hoped, these guys take pigs. Yes, they do. Not only that, they'll process the pigs and give me the meat. They'll give me the meat on pallets, and then I can go sell it. That is bloody handy. Very, very handy. Yes, yes it is. I know where at least some of my pigs are going to go. Between them and the animal dealer, I should be able to clean up on pigs. Every pun intended. I believe this is the shop right up here. Yep. I need to return this. Milling machine. I don't imagine I will be needing it again because, like I said, I am not doing more silage. And I do have a forage trailer. So let's see if we can drop that bad boy right about there. And then see if we can't get this trailer and dolly in our spot. Drop that off. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so all told, we got about 85,000 for our trailer and our dolly. That's pretty spectacular. Now I need to see what can I buy. One thing that I know for sure is, having looked around here a little bit, is I need a trailer that pushes. I need a pusher. Now I know this Class Cargo 760 is a pusher. That could do nicely. 51,000 liters. That's not bad. What else have we got? We've got the Stroutman. And you can tell it's a pusher. Generally, either it's got like a gear wheel back here, or it will have a walking floor in it. This one doesn't have quite the same as the Claas, but this should be a pusher trailer too. Not a tipper. We don't need a tipper, we need a pusher. Oh, the Bergman holds 56,000 liters, and that's a walking trailer, and it's only 72,000. Can we get that in Bubba's colors? Oh. Well, we can't do anything about the wheels, but it is what it is. I like the look of that. So we'll still net just over 10,000 euros after buying this trailer and selling the old one off. I don't want to cover. Covers are just a hassle, so we're going to buy that. Oh yeah. There we go. Where did they park it? Oh, they parked it all the way back here in this back lot. That's why I didn't see it immediately. I wasn't sure where their delivery spot was. Looks like we could probably buy maybe fertilizer. I don't know, something in bulk here. Fertilizer and herbicide maybe? I bet that's what it is. That's good to know. Okay, we got us a brand new trailer that's actually going to do a much nicer job than that big ugly one did. Now the reason I need a pusher is because, well, the people who buy stuff around here and who repair fences, by the way. Oh, let's take the main road. We haven't looked around here too much. The people who buy goods, you know, our crops and whatnot, they absolutely positively require, or in order to get goods into their joints, their places, we have to well, we can give it a shot. I just noticed we're going to be passing the farm where I bought the animal trailer. Where is that? I'm not going to try to sneak in through there. We'll try the next one. They're too short. They're too short for tippers. You have to kind of drive into a little, almost like a little hut. Oh, there it is. So this is the animal trailer I bought. Not bad. That's not bad. A little bit dirty. Could stand to be cleaned up a little bit, but what I really wanted to see is this appears to have a trailer hitch on the back of it. I don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, that'll save me a trip. Of course, it helps if you line up properly. Come on, Buster. I don't think it's going to do it. Hey, it was worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Oh well, life will go on. Okay, so yeah, tippers don't really work at the sell places around here. So I needed a pusher trailer. Very much a priority to push instead of tip. And let's check our spelt price at the moment. Still going up. Still going up at the dock. So I don't want to sell that yet because I want to maximize my profit. I mean, it's only, how much was in there? 36,500, almost 36,600 liters. But apparently I need to get this trailer back to the yard. And then I think what I'll do is I'll fill it up with silage, run it back over to the biogas plant, run down and get the animal trailer, run back over here and see about loading up some pigs and seeing what I can do about selling them off. Alright, I've got the pig trailer, the animal trailer, and we could haul more than just pigs in here. But little piggies. And did I say 111? No, we've got 114. I mean, these guys are just out of control. As I run over the... Yes, that's good, Harv. Okay, so look at this. Look at these guys. Just craziness. So what I'm going to do, this trailer should hold 18 of these guys. What this will also do, now, at some point, there they are, check that out, pig butts for everyone. This will help manage our feed, keeping the numbers down for now. At some point, you know, this pig pen, it's a good sized pig pen, it's going to hold upwards of 500 pigs, which I'm sure you just saw. At some point, I will stop selling pigs and let them grow so that we're producing more faster, but we have to get our feed in line first. And so keeping the number of pigs down for the moment is going to be important. So I'm going to run these guys over to Hudson Meats. Now, getting back to Harald Bluetooth, I realize I just totally got off track. You know, that's the problem when you're farming. You've got all these little issues that you're constantly dealing with. Anyway, Harald Bluetooth. So, now the reason that they decided to name Bluetooth after Harald is not because he had a Bluetooth One of the executives from Intel, who was part of this process, there was kind of a big meeting where they all decided to get together and figure out exactly what they were trying to accomplish here. He decided, or argued for, the name Bluetooth as a code name for this new technology. And the quote that he is attributed to, this was a guy named Jim Cardock. He says, King Harald Bluetooth was famous for uniting Scandinavia just as we intended to unite the PC and cellular industries with a short-range wireless link, which we all know as Bluetooth. So there you go. That's why Bluetooth is known as Bluetooth. Apparently, it was supposed to be a code name. This short-range wireless link, code name Bluetooth. Well, apparently Bluetooth stuck, and we have Bluetooth now, and it's all, at least the name, is thanks to a Viking king who brought together Denmark, Norway, and Sweden into one group. And they actually had the same king for a good long time. Now, another thing that's interesting about this is that Denmark has a monarchy very similar to the British monarchy. All right, piggies. You know, this is part of the deal. We're not raising you for pets here. Oops. There we go. Farewell, piggies. Farewell. Well, you're not going to farewell, I'm sorry to say. But we could have some lovely meats after this. Yum, who doesn't love bacon? Pork chops, oh my goodness. Now, the Danish monarchy is similar to the British monarchy in that it's a constitutional monarchy at this point. Denmark is ruled by parliament, where the monarchy has a few powers, mostly emergency powers, but you know, they're also responsible in the same way as the Brits for selecting the prime minister, things like that. And you know, it's very ceremonial and the whole 9 yards. Currently, the monarch of Denmark is Queen Margrethe. Queen Margrethe II, to be exact. And Queen Margrethe II, the current Queen of Denmark, can actually trace her lineage all the way back to Harald Bluetooth's father. I think he was known as Gorm, Gorm, Gorm the Old. So, the Queen of Denmark, the current Queen of Denmark, is directly linked to Bluetooth technology through that name Bluetooth, which is kind of a cool little factoid. I'm sorry, you know, this is just interesting stuff. Now, the other thing that I found interesting when I was reading up about Queen Margrethe is that she's the first queen of Denmark since the 1300s. And we are going to load up a few more pitties here. 18 more to be exact. Maybe we'll go down to 16, not 18. We want to go down. Well, I'm just going to hold them at 80. Yeah, 80 looks good. Okay. So, Queen Margrethe the First was the ruler of Denmark from about 1375 to 1412, I think, is when I've got my dates. So since about 1412, Denmark has not had a female monarch until now. So how about them apples? And the original Queen Margaret the First, she was responsible for unifying Denmark, Norway, and Sweden under what is known as the Kalmar Union. Alright, time to sell off 16 pities. Now I can say farewell pities. Oh, not that direction. Oops. And that'll bring in 14,400 euros. So that, my friends, is outstanding. We're moving in the right direction, all thanks to Porky. Okay, so our pities are sold off. We've got some extra money in the bank. That's going to help us out quite a bit. Still waiting to get paid by the biogas plant. No big deal there. But going back to Queen Margaret the First and the Kalmar Union. Well, Margaret decided to take advantage of a particular situation that was going on at the time. The people were celebrating, everybody was in good spirits, they were happy, and Queen Margaret said, hey, you know what? The only thing that could make this better is if we all join together. And so she proposed the Treaty of Kalmar, or the Kalmar, what ultimately became the Kalmar Union. Now, keep in mind, as I give you this information and share these facts with you, I am simplifying it fairly dramatically. And I did want to stop back over here and tip in some more silage. I'd like to get this all taken care of by the end of today. Come on, brother. Get it in there. That might just do it. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. So all of our silage has gone in, and I have 2 tractors I have to get back to the farm at this point. So I'll pick up the Fent later. Let's get this back over. So the Kalmar Union, what she proposed was an everlasting union, and her direct quote is, all 3 realms should exist together in harmony and love, and whatever befalleth one, war and rumors of war, or the onslaught of foreigners, that shall be for all 3, and each kingdom shall help the others in all fealty, and hereafter the Nordic realm shall have 1 king and not several. So basically what she was proposing was that the 3 kingdoms, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, basically form a pact, a treaty amongst themselves, that they have 1 ruler, and if invaders came, if foreigners came, if there was a threat to one country, there was a threat to all countries. The only way this could work was if all 3 were under 1 king. Now the big part about this was she intended, and it stayed this way, because a country is not going to just give up its independence, even in a unifying situation like this. So what she decided should happen is that all 3 kingdoms should remain independent. They'd have their own rule of law, their own governments, but that all 3 kingdoms be overseen by 1 king in matters of state, basically. Not that much different from what we've got today, actually. A little bit similar to what's going on in the United States as far as statehood versus the federal government. There's always a battle for states' rights, and states want to be able to run themselves independently without too much interference from the federal government. So really not that much different. This was a very, very early version of that. It did last for a few hundred years, and they did in fact elect a single king. Just happened to be Queen Margaret's heir apparent, But that's really neither here nor there, is it? Not really. And I think the animal trailer is going to be best served right there where I can come hook up to it. Ooh, actually, you know what? I've got that shed that I've had sitting over there. It's not doing much of anything. That might be a good place for the animal trailer. That'll keep it out of the way, not sitting out in the open. Yes, I think that's a fantastic idea. So we've sent 18 piggies to the meat packing plant. Another 16 piggies we just sold for fattening up. I mean, that's effectively what we've done, is taken those little pitties over to the animal dealer. So I made a boo-boo. I made a mistake. So the trailer that I bought, you can see this is not the trailer that I bought. Didn't haul, it would not haul crops, and so I had to go run back over to the shop, say, you know, I just bought this trailer today. It doesn't work. It doesn't do what I need it to do. And they said, well, no harm, no foul. It's a little bit dirty, so we can probably just kind of trade you up even. Actually, this trailer was cheaper than the other one was by about 5,000 euros or so. Anyway, so this is our new trailer. It doesn't have Nico's fancy navy blue colors or anything, but it is going to serve us well. I hope. Hopefully this one will do the trick. It's got a good size to it. That's what's most important to me anyway. I don't want to have to, you know, run 20,000 liters at a time. I like to have at least, you know, 45 to 55,000 liters I can haul at any given moment. But anyway, this belt is ready to go. Ready to sell. So this will be bonus on top of the work I did for Farmer Hans, or whatever his name was. I don't even remember now. That's me. Mr. Bad Memory himself. Now this will give you some indication of why I didn't want to use a tipper trailer. Because look how low that is. If I try, I mean, I could force a tipper trailer in here. That wouldn't be any major catastrophe or anything. It's just a hassle. There we go, just over 13 grand. So all told, working for, what's his name? About 20 grand. So that's not too shabby, all things considered. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. So it's been a busy day here on Nico's farm. Sold some pigs, got rid of our silage. That silage should pay us fairly well. But I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Baltic Sea. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. As always, I very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.